All right, and we're back, and it is time to finish up our study of the Avengers, culminating in the birth of the Masters of Evil. Now, it is no surprise. You can see it right here, introducing Zemo and his Masters of Evil. Have we got a tale for you? Please don't frustrate us. You've got to read it. Okay, so Zemo. Zemo would be the evil analog for Captain America. Zemo is, how do you explain Zemo? Well, he's a Nazi. he's a bad guy. And well, you know what? Let's just read it. I'll explain. This is his first appearance, by the way. Well, his first appearance was technically in when Captain America returned in Avengers issue number 4. But it was only his hand and his voice that we got to see. Now he's fully being revealed as an actual supervillain. And as you can see here, we do have the analogs just we had explored. There's Radioactive Man. Here's the Black Knight, who for some reason on this cover is not black. And here is the Melter, who is mostly correct in his colorings, and then Baron Zemo. And then, of course, all of the Avengers, including Captain America, who appeared in the previous issue. We outdid ourselves in this issue. We're going to see more superheroes and supervillains and more super bonehead mistakes than ever in this action-packed feature-length thriller. Bonehead mistakes? That doesn't sound good. The mighty Avengers meet the Masters of Evil. Caution! Don't tear this magazine or wrinkle the pages or get food stains on it. We have a hunch you'll want to save it as a collector's item for a long time. And then, while stopping in Chicago to refuel their jet copter in its flight from the west to New York in answer to a call from the Teen Brigade, see the ending of Avengers number 5, which was them against the Lava Men, I believe. The Avengers watch their newest member demonstrate the many ways he can use his famous colorful shield. Cap's shield acts as though it's alive. Look at it move. Wow, he really is something. He's controlling it with the magnets he's wearing in his gloves. What, that whirling shield of yours is like an all-purpose detergent, Cap. You mean deterrent? Or, well, you really do. It's the Wasps. She really does mean detergent. Looks like you won't need me to backstop you, pal. You handle that thing like it's part of you. Yeah, Captain America is really cool. He's really cool. Except when his... What did they do to his face? Look at that. God, that's the worst face shadowing I've ever seen. It looks like a giant bruise. You deserve much of the credit, Iron Man, for installing your sub-miniature transistors within the center of my shield. I only designed them, partner. You're the wonder boy who makes them sit up and say, Uncle. If I had partners like you, innovations like these in my early career, how much more I might have been able to accomplish. The legends tell us your deeds were filled with glory, as it is, Captain America. Let me check the radio device I put inside of it. Here, I'll open it for you, shellhead. You know something, Blue Eyes? In those oversized hands of yours, Cap's shield looks like a shiny watch fob. That's great. Yeah, this is Jack Kirby. You can tell by the square fingers and all of his weird future tech that doesn't make any sense, but it's all just random shapes. You know, he does that. He really loves future tech. But no watch fob ever had mechanisms like those inside. They contain the most advanced communication systems I could devise, Wasp. If only Bucky could be here now to marvel at these scientific wonders. It is not good to dwell upon the past, my valiant friend. You must not allow yourself to continually mourn your youthful lost partner. Show him the mail we received from all over the world, Thor. Maybe that'll cheer him up. They are letters of rejoicing, Captain America, from your friends who are thrilled to learn you are still alive and have joined the Avengers. Thank you, Thor. It's good to know people haven't forgotten, but I'm afraid I can never forget either. Bucky will always live in my memory. You know, Cap, you once said something about me taking his place, and now, with the Hulk gone... I know, Rick. Your loyalty and trust have been a great comfort to me. They give me the will to go on. But something else has too. It's a hunger for revenge. On the oath as an Avenger, I shall devote my life, if need be, to finding the one who caused Bucky's death, and then will I be able to find peace. Vengeance, the most honorable of goals. But who is the one who caused Bucky's death many years ago? Does he still live? What has become of him? For the answer to those dramatic questions, let us turn our attention to a lone plane flying over the uncharted South American jungle area. See, so now finally, we are going to get the revelation of Captain America's arch foe, at least his arch foe now, his true arch foe being Red Skull, but Red Skull was from the Golden Age. Now, he's not back yet. I must be mad to fly this perilous route each year, and yet I cannot resist the gold that Zemo pays for my services. Landing on an almost inaccessible canyon, the pilot emerges from the one-man plane and slowly approaches a masked monarch seated upon a crude jungle throne. You are on time, that is good. You know the penalty for failing, Zemo. Do you have my supplies? Yes, Zemo, I brought everything that you wanted. Then remain motionless. Oh my, what? Look at him. You're too good to even step on the floor. Are you kidding me? I shall approach you in my own fashion. Sure, Zemo, you're the boss, whatever you say. Bah. Even in the latest scientific journals which you bring me, there is still no known formula that can remove adhesive X. I am doomed to wear this accursed hood forever. You never told me how that hood got pasted to your head, Zemo, or why you've hidden in the jungle all these years. And I never shall. I warn you, it is dangerous to pry into Zemo's secrets. Wait a moment, what is this? Is it true? Captain America still lives? You fool, why didn't you bring me this sooner? How was I to know? What is Captain America to you? Silence! I thought I had gotten rid of both of them forever, but the most dangerous one still lives. Do you hear? He still lives! Suddenly, a faraway look comes into the hooded eyes of the masked monarch. Then he begins to speak, hatred ringing in his words, forgetting the presence of the man who stands nearby. He is responsible for me being here today, for me wearing this hated hood, like a badge of shame. I remember it all as if it were yesterday. I was in my lab in Nazi Germany. I was Hitler's greatest scientist, but I was so hated, even by my own people, that I found it necessary to wear a hood to conceal my identity. If my victims knew who I was, nothing could have saved me from their vengeance. And I am most hated man in Europe, but it was worth it to receive the Führer's rich rewards. But I could not remain hidden forever. Not from the most powerful, the most dreaded enemy of tyranny the world had ever known. One day, when I least expected it, he found me. Captain America. I know your latest project, Zemo, and it's an adhesive, so strong that nothing can tear it apart. But I'll never let you make a weapon of it. For Hitler, never. Oh, don't throw that shield, no! But it was too late. My shot went wild. His spinning shield struck the vat, containing adhesive X, shattering it to bits. Oh, I can still feel it. Oh, still feel the accursed adhesive striking my hood, gluing it to my face, where it has remained all these years, for nothing can pry it loose. So that's the story. That's why you've hidden here ever since. Yes, but before coming here, I had my revenge. Or so I thought. I found a way to escape, and then I attacked Captain America and his young partner Bucky. I thought I had destroyed them both, as seen in Avengers number 4, which, if you're following along, we had just read that one a few days ago. But now I must find him again and finish the job. And because you know my secret, only your blind obedience will keep me from slaying you. You shall become my messenger. You must find 3 people for me if you value your lives. I'll do it, Zemo. You can count on me. Man, what a crazy, crazy son of a bitch. But at what point did the crown show up? Because he didn't have the crown when he was a Nazi. I wonder, did the natives give him the crown? That must be it. They must have made this suit for him. Back in New York, a short time later at the local headquarters of Rick Jones' Teen Brigade. Have the Avengers reached New York yet? We've got to contact them. It's a double red alert emergency. We're trying to get them now. The JFK International Airport reports that they're about to land. But what's happened, Tom? What is it? You see, you look out the window, you can see for yourself. It's the Black Knight. He's flying over the city, spreading some kind of mysterious adhesive spray. From Tales to Astonish number 52, which, yes, we also read. Holy smoke. He's the one who fought Giant Man a few months back and then escaped. Yes, he did. Go watch it. Watch it. Like a winged wraith, The Black Knight swoops over the startled city, spraying the powerful adhesive foam on everything that moves. This ought to bring the Avengers on the run as Zemo planned. But, what are they? They're all going to be stuck then? Within minutes, I've almost paralyzed the city. Shipping can't move, traffic is halted, Zemo is a genius. My spray is all gone now. So now it's up to the other two. Then, as if in answer to the Black Knight's last phrase, another menacing figure suddenly appears on the street, melting a steel truck by merely pointing at it. Run! It is the Melter! Yes, the mysterious Melter, the rampaging arch-villain who has the power to melt all forms of iron, and who almost defeated Iron Man himself not too long ago. From Tales of Suspense 47, go watch it. That's also around. Back! All of you, your puny weapons cannot stop the Melter, and I am more powerful than ever, now since Zemo gave me the ability to melt all forms of metal instead of just iron. Good, thank God, you can finally handle lead. Nothing can stop you as you destroy Iron Man now. Now that their weapons have been melted, I'm free to continue spraying Zemo's Adhesive X at will, and when the Avengers appear, we will be ready for them too. It is the ground. It has become like fly paper. We can't even get our shoes off. And who is the third menace summoned to Zemo? None other than the Radioactive Man, the only living human with the power to repel the enchanted Uru hammer of the mighty Thor. This is sure to bring the Avengers to our trap. From Journey into Mystery number 3, go watch it. Thank you, by the way. Zemo wanted revenge on Captain America, but he knew the Avengers would act to protect their newest member. That is why he summoned the Melter, the Black Knight, and me. Each of us will finish the fight we started in the past, leaving him alone to destroy his hated enemy. I am a little bit sad that they don't explain how the Radioactive Man returned. He's just here. I don't know. He's immortal. Fuck it. I'll allow it. But before the thought has faded from the Radioactive Man's brain, the one he has hoped to trap appears like 5 fighting furies ready for action. We're just in time, for it's the Radioactive Man. He alone can't be responsible for what's happened to the city, but we'll find a way to get the truth out of him. Back. All of you. I have fought him before. Leave him to me. Yeah, just do the tornado thing like you did last time. Surprised, Thor? Have you forgotten that only my radioactive body can repel your hammer against me? You are useless. Now all I need to do is strike you with Adhesive X, and you'll be as helpless as any mortal. It is my hammer. It may be useless against you, but my speed is still that of the Thunder God, and you have missed. But the spray which missed Thor goes past him and strikes the speeding Captain America and Giant Man as well. My knee, it's pinned to the ground. I can't move. But what's going on? Wait. I remember this. From the past, Zemo had such a weapon. He called it Adhesive X. It's impossible, but it could be the answer. He may still be alive. Let's try to figure it out later, Cap. Right now, I've got to free you before it hardens any more. And then... Halt, Iron Man! Yet another move, and have you forgotten your old enemy? It's the Melter. Where did you come from? He's the only one with the power to damage my iron armor, but perhaps if I can take him by surprise... I didn't expect me to rush towards you with my magnetic repeller in operation, did you? But with one lightning-fast motion, Iron Man forces the Melter off balance, as he also cuts a wide swath of pavement around the two trapped Avengers. Hurry, Iron Man, I'll keep the Melter busy while you find a way to free Cap and my oversized heartthrob. Oh, what manner of creature are you? Iron Man, see that tow truck ahead of us? We'll hold on to the tow chains while you drive the truck. It'll be like water skiing on dry land. Okay, partners, let's give it a try. That's beautiful. Look at that. That is the funkiest shit I've ever seen. It's working, getting us away from here. Maybe the vibrations will jar us loose. It's silly. It's like, oh, you know what this reminds me of? I think is it the second Ant-Man movie? The one where he uses the tow truck like a skateboard? I'm afraid not, Cap. This Adhesive X is on the stay. Say, look, coming towards us, the Black Knight. I can't stop in time. Hang on, just run him down. Just freaking run him down. At that moment, the mighty Thunder God sees the dilemma on his hard-pressed allies. Oh, you turn away from me? Are you preparing to flee in defeat, overrated one? I can stay here no longer. The others need my aid. I have no time to bandy words with you. Stay back while I swing my hammer. Look out! I've seen him swing that way before. It means he's about to fly through the air, pulled by his enchanted hammer. And no sooner are the Melter's words uttered than Thor proves they are true. I have only a split second in which to act. The Thunder God, coming right towards me, and I'll have to use my lance. Careful, Thor, his lance is a dangerous weapon. He can fire all sorts of missiles from it. So you dare fire your whirling bolas at me, do you? Those won't stop Thor. He can snap those things like nothing. Oh, he's knocked the lance from my hand before my bolas could even wrap around him. I've never seen such speed, such power. Quickly, to Anthony Stark's town mansion. We'll find a way to free Captain America and Giant Man before they can catch up with us again. But Zemo's plan wasn't as perfect as we thought. The Avengers have escaped from us. Quiet, you fool. Don't let Zemo hear you. Once he takes command in person, the Avengers will be done for. Look, he's coming now. There's his hovercraft. You could just call it a helicopter. The streets are deserted, Zemo. It's safe for us to land. Ah, you think I fearful of those fools? Zemo lands when he pleases. But you have no powers, Zemo. Just remember that. You have no powers. You can't go toe-to-toe with anybody. I'm sorry, but they got away, Zemo. They were just too fast for us. We'd better pick up their trail before they find a solution for Adhesive X. Ah, solution for Adhesive X. I never thought of that. If anyone can find it, the Avengers can. And if I can steal it from them. With such a solution, I could tear this accursed hood from my head and walk the streets like a normal man. I must have it. I must. Oh, the only way to find the Avengers again is to draw them from the hiding place once more. Now this is what we will do. Meantime, at their hideout, the Avengers feverishly try to remove the adhesive. We've tried everything, from acetylene torches. Nothing will dilute this adhesive. The adhesive goes right through the fiber. We can't even remove our boots. I have an idea. I'll call the police. Why? What are they going to do? I remember a man named Paste Pot Pete. The Torch defeated him months ago. He's probably still in jail. He was the world's greatest authority on pastes and adhesives. Oh, God. I'm getting tired. I've been doing this all night. He is the world's greatest authority on pastes and adhesives. In fact, he is. Paste Pot Pete. He is a great character, and I freaking love him. He's great. He was a member of... Well, I'm not going to spoil too much of it in case I need to use him for future episodes, but Paste Pot Pete, he is a great Silver Age villain, one that's totally lost to time. Hello, operator. Get me police headquarters. This is an Avengers priority call. Strange Tales number 110. Wait, have I done that one already? Paste Pot Pete? No, I haven't, have I? I've done some Strange Tales, but not that one. Moments later, a prisoner is brought into the warden's office. Pete, I have a call for you. There's a certain lady who wants to talk to you. Oh, a lady? You may have heard of her. She's the Wasp. This is your chance to do something to reduce your sentence, Pete. If you're smart, you'll take it. Well, I'll do anything to get me out of here sooner. And we're in luck. Paste Pot Pete has a super dissolver of his own, which can dissolve any adhesive. It's stored in a warehouse uptown, in a metal drum. Someone, write down the address. I will write it, Wasp, and I will get it. The fastest way there is to use my power jets, but I wonder what it's all about. Why should the Melter and Black Knight and Radioactive Man be spreading adhesive all over the city? What can their motive be? What is the guiding brain behind them? That brain, he be Zemo. Later, a weary, ironclad adventurer returns to Avengers headquarters with a heavy metal drum strapped to his back. Cap, Giant Man, he's back. Iron Man is here with Super Dissolver. If it works, you'll soon be free. And if it doesn't work, I've lugged this blam thing halfway across town for nothing except a busted back. Don't you have super strength? Come on. Or I guess he technically... Sure, he has super strength. I don't know. Come on, Goldilocks, don't just stand there and get this gizmo off me. Then, once inside, the dissolver is applied to the area containing Adhesive X. At first, there seems to be no reaction, but after a few minutes, it works. I can see the adhesive melting away. You're free. I hope we'll get another chance to tackle this. The ones who did this. Wasp, get me Paste Pot Pete's full name. I want to remember him in my will. I'm pretty sure it's just Pete. I don't even know. I don't know what his last name is. What are we waiting for? Let's go get them. Easy, Cap. I think there's more to this than we think. Yes, Giant Man is right. If we only know the purpose of their attack, what is behind it? Each is a foe one of us has fought before and who has almost defeated us. Then I get it. Each thinks he knows our weaknesses. Like the melter can melt Iron Man's armor, but let's throw them a curve. Let's switch enemies. We'll catch them off guard. Yes, a clever plan. If the leader of the trio is who I think it is, I have my own enemy. All out for me, but till then, there is one more thing to do. I'll put out a call for the Teen Brigade. See how quickly he conceives a battle plan, how smoothly he goes into action. It's a lucky day when we added Captain America to the roster of Avengers. Meanwhile, Zemo prepares for a new assault upon the city. As he refills his Adhesive X container from the main supply vat aboard his hovercraft. Careful with that adhesive, you clumsy fools. Not a drop is to be wasted before I am done. It will make me the most powerful man on Earth. Now, all three of you are to load up your Adhesive X cylinders again. You'll give the city another treatment to bring the Avengers to their knees. What is his plan? What is Zemo's goal? I know what he's doing, but I don't know why he's doing it. And honestly, I kind of don't care. I don't... Like, I just want to see him get punched so bad at this point. But the sinister supervillain combo has reckoned without the everyday courage and determination of Rick Jones's Teen Brigade. Let me take him, Rick. I'm the biggest. No, it's my job. I'll use my Ranger tactics Cap taught me. Lucky Rick, imagine learning military attack techniques from Captain America himself. I've got to stop Zemo's pilot before he can seal those containers with the adhesive spray. Okay, Brigaders, move, empty out those cylinders and replace them with Paste Pot Pete's super fast dissolving. Oh my god, that's brilliant. That's genius. You're gonna have them dissolve their own work. We won't let you down, Rick. Here's where all your teamwork really pays off. All done, tie up the pilots and let's go. Seconds later, the Masters of Evil grab the cylinders which they think contain Adhesive X. Even the mighty Thor will be helpless before me once his hammer is pasted to the ground. The Avengers won't surprise us again, Zemo. We'll be ready for them this time. Go! Let the world see the awesome power of Zemo, the masked monarch. If only we had thought of a band together before, what conquests we could have made. The first to spray the contents of his cylinder is the high-flying Black Knight, totally unaware that he is freeing the city rather than imprisoning it. Something is wrong. Instead of gluing everything to the spot, the spray is freeing those who were trapped here before. But how? That is... Jesus, look at that. Just take a second to appreciate this beautiful art. Look at the shading. Look at the inks. My God. It's incredible. But before he has time to gather his wits, it is Thor's hammer. But he was not supposed to be my foe. Captain America was right. By each of us attacking the other's former enemy, we've thrown them off guard. So he dares charge at me? Surprised, Thunder God? You didn't suspect my innocent-looking lance is in reality a most deadly arsenal of weapons. I, who almost defeated the towering giant man, I have no fear of jousting with you. So be it, but no matter what, your earthly weapon fires, my whirling hammer can deflect the projectiles with ease. Yeah, Thor's no pushover, man. You might be in trouble here. And now, before you can reload. Bah! And again, bah! I have no need to reload. I still have weapons enough to deal with you. Weapons such as this innocent stun ray, most effective at close range. Oh, does it work? Holy crap, you got Thor with a stun ray? That's impressive. The irresistible sudden stun sensation causes the mighty Thunder God to lose his balance for a second as he topples back. And now, to press my advantage. His paralysis ray will... What? How did he recover so quickly? You'll never have time to fire that gun. My patience is ended. Is this it? Then with those ringing words, the Thunder God attacks. Meanwhile, the next master... You're not going to show us what happens? Did he kill the Black Knight or not? Meanwhile, the next master of evil performs his task on foot. Run, it's the radioactive man. What has happened to Zemo's adhesive? The more I spray, the more victims it sets free. Then you should probably stop spraying, idiot. Take 5, hotshot. The party's over. I've got to swallow a reducing capsule. The split second he hurls that cylinder at Giant Man. Now, I took a highly concentrated capsule. I'll shrink so fast he'll think I vanished. Oh, he is gone. Zemo never warned me he had the power to disappear, but he isn't the one I seek. I long to destroy my old enemy Thor. Now, for the second part of my maneuver, I'll seem to spring up behind him. I'm in exactly the right spot. For what? What are you gonna do? You, back again. This time I'll make sure you don't escape. If we've planned this right, he'll hurl a radioactive bolt at me. Missed him. But what's over the fence? The beam struck something. Good work, partner. That took a lot of nerve, and now I'll carry the ball. What is it? What did he hit? This transistor-powered ejector is a device I invented for the scientists working in atomic labs to protect them against radiation. As soon as the radiation touches this photoelectric cell, it ejects a rapidly unwinding spool of lead foil, which wraps itself around the source, as you can see. And this inflatable balloon is the type used by Air Corps for years, except that mine is lead-coated. Your dangerous radioactivity won't affect it at all. And while you dangle up there waiting for the authorities to free you, you'll have lots of time to meditate about what it means to fool around with the Avengers. Mwah, they got him. I can't freaking believe it. They double-teamed him. I knew it. I knew Iron Man would have some kind of radiation gizmo to deal with Radioactive Man. But the Melter, this one's going to be interesting. You have not yet won, Iron Man. We, the Masters of Evil, are a team. Even as the Avengers, you must defeat all of us, which is impossible. Well, they've already defeated 2, so it's rapidly becoming possible. The mysterious Melter, he's focusing on that lamppost, making it melt towards me. He was the one foe I didn't want to face. Only he has the power to destroy my armor. The melted lamppost is about to entwine itself about me, and I've got to move fast. Only my power jets can save me. Quick thinking, Iron Man, but you've only gone from the frying pan into the fire. Now I strike again! And I can't go higher. This withered beams, they keep melting the masonry of the condemned buildings. While sometimes the only thing to do is plunge right into the thing you fear the most. Now, if only he'd hurled his beams now. Oh, let's see you prove how good you are, Melter. I match my skill against your melting beams. Well, this is your last challenge. I've outsmarted him. I've done it. Blast you, you put on extra burst of speed and I'll get you with my next beam. Only you won't. Because guess again, Melter, your blast is struck just where I had hoped it would. You hit me with a hydrant behind me, and that high-pressure stream of water you released is just what I wanted. Thoroughly drenched, the Melter's awesome beam is unable to function, and so, with your melting abilities... Wait, so you could just get him wet, and he's done for? It's good to know. Keep that in mind, I guess. You're just another guy named Joe. The police will take care of you now. Meantime, Giant Man, now reduced to his dual role of Ant-Man, pulls himself together after his physical exhausting ordeal of changing size so quickly and so often. The fight is going well, Blue Eyes. What do we do next? Now that I've shaken the cobwebs out, I think we'd better see what happened to Captain America, Jan. Being new to the Avengers, he may need some help. But others are also seeking the costume champion. Among them are the Teen Brigade and Dr. Zemo. Come on, Brigaders. We've got to find Cap and see if there's anything we can... Hey! The young fools, they serve as the eyes and ears of the Avengers, while my scepter's hypno-ray will soon change that. Under the influence of the masked monarch's hypnotic ray... What, you just have a fucking hypno-ray suddenly? His fellow Teen Brigaders become immobile, staring straight ahead with dull, unseeing eyes. We await your commands, Dr. Zemo. Naturally! Soon the entire world will parrot those words to be. But what is this? Why have you been near my master cylinder, the one I personally identified with an X? Suddenly, a glistening, whirling shield knifes through the air as the commanding voice rings out. Oh, there'll come no harm. Not while I live. Captain America at last. So it is you, Zemo. How I've prayed for this moment. Because I thought you were dead. I thought I had rid myself of you forever. I still live, Zemo. And thanks to the Avengers, I still fight. Perhaps you remember how I fight, Zemo. Have you reason to? But I too. Oh, but I too am a fighter now, accursed one. I've had these many years to learn, to practice, to prepare for this moment if it ever came. How do you prepare for this moment if you didn't even know Captain America was alive? Checkmate, got him. He's done for. See what a karate blow in the hands of a master can do? It can't do that. It can't cut a fucking garbage can in half. This is why I fear you no longer, Captain America. This is why Zemo can never lose. It's too bad your skill doesn't match your words, you arrogant killer. This is no innocent victim of tyranny you're taunting now. This is Captain America. I was adept at every form of hand-to-hand combat known to man, while you were still safe in your laboratory serving your Nazi masters. Where is your braggadocio now, Master of Evil? I still remember how you sneered at democracy, how you called Americans soft, timid, too spoiled to fight for freedom. You mocked free men. You boasted of your contempt for liberty. Feel my grip, Zemo. It's the grip of a free man. Look into my eyes, tyrant. They're the eyes of a man who would die for liberty. A world must never again make the fatal error of mistaking compassion for weakness. And while I live, it won't. He's fucking passionate about this shit. But at that very moment, all but forgotten in the turmoil, Zemo's pilot frees himself of his bonds and strikes at the masked Avenger from behind. Zemo will reward me handsomely for this. No, he won't. He's an egomaniac. But the almost legendary fighting reflexes of Captain America, honed in battle, tempered in thousands of crusades, make him swiftly swerve as he hears the pistol's hammer click, so that the deadly bullets merely graze his skull. A near danger behind me, but oh, good work, quickly, we must escape while we can. What about your 3 allies? Oh, the police, they won't hold them forever. Sooner or later we will rejoin forces. Now come. But first, let me finish Captain America for good. You were right, Hank, honey, we are needed here. Grab the nail, Jan. You know what to do. What? I'll shoot the accursed fighter from freedom now while he's helpless. This is your way, isn't it, Zemo? I'll shoot the accursed fighter for freedom now while he's helpless. This is your way, isn't it, Zemo? There, not a second too soon. The nail deflected the bullet just enough. Now it's up to my blue-eyed partner. Then, before the merciless pilot can fire a second shot, Giant Man, where did you come from? It is the stork that brought me. Now hand over that pop gun. No, you'll never get me. I won't let you. Why does every criminal cornball I meet want to end up playing tag? You're making me angry. I just had my costume cleaned. Well, if he's determined to make a run for it, I've got a few new maneuvers I've been wanting to try out. When a fella my size travels, I can make up a lot better time up here on the rooftops. Ha! I have escaped him. Zemo was right. Those who fight for justice can always be defeated. All right, sweetie, your party's over. Anyone around my base is it. He's all yours, boys. Look out. Here comes the Black Knight again? I thought he was dead. Who is that on the saddle with him? Oh, yeah, Thor got him. Thor took his ass out. Look at that. Beautiful. Mwah. Here's a friend of yours, with the fight knocked out of him, I think. He'd appreciate a nice long rest in some quiet jail. Nice going, Thor. Say, look over there. Isn't that Zemo's helicopter craft? It's rising into the air. That means we've failed. If he escapes, our victory is just a hollow one. Cap, Iron Man, Zemo just took off. We've got to go after him. That won't be necessary, my friend. He won't get very far. We took care of that. I'll get these courageous teen brigaders out of their hypnotic state by means of my whirling palm signaler. Cap, Meantime, you explain things to our king-size buddy. Say, what's going on? I feel like I'm just waking up from a long nap. Explain what things? Isn't Zemo in that ship? If not, then who is? Oh yes, he's in it all right. But he thought he had taken a cylinder of Paste Pot Pete's super dissolver with him, so that he could finally get his hood off. After all these years, this is the vial which he thought he took. But, if you have the cylinder, what did Zemo take? It's another one, a very special one that Rick's Teen Brigade switched with the genuine, after they marked theirs with an X also. The one Zemo grabbed was filled with tear gas. And by the way the ship looks now, I guess he just opened it. Oh my god. That's kind of fucked up. The police will pick him up easily enough when he lands. They've already been alerted. Gosh, Thor, are you gonna keep the Black Knight's winged horse? I can't, Rick. Even though he's a prisoner, it's still his by law. We'll have our hands full if he ever gets released and claims it again. Ho! Stop looking so worried, all of you. You know the only thing you like better than a good fight is talking about it afterwards. If you have a slight suspicion that we haven't seen the last of Zemo and his Masters of Evil, you may just be right. This story was only a warm-up to whet your appetite. The main course comes later, so join us next-ish for more surprises with America's most uninhibited, unabashed, unforgettable team, the adventure-seeking Avengers. And they are right. The Masters of Evil would return. They would come back, but they would have many different forms. They would have different rosters. Villains would join. Villains would be defeated. Villains would be arrested. Villains would die. The roster would constantly change. I'm not sure if it's ever this specific roster, though. But, yeah. If you guys want, I can keep doing more Masters of Evil stuff. I really like this. I really like we can do like more rosters. We can introduce more villains and keep the playlist going if you guys are liking this. But we'll see. We'll see how many of you watch this. If you liked this, leave a comment. To me, this was a perfect 10. Loaded with villains, loaded with heroes, loaded with character. There was enough twists and turns to keep me invested. And it felt like a really honest to goodness traditional comic, like truly a masterwork, truly. And that's why it's such a big part of history, the Masters of Evil. The first appearance and their great battle with the Avengers, the first appearance of Zemo, this issue had a lot of good going for it. So yeah, I'm giving it a perfect 10. I think this Masters of Evil playlist, great. I think it's fantastic. I had a lot of fun with this one. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you think of this book on a scale of 1 to 10? And do you want me to continue the Masters of Evil playlist? But for now, that's it for this comic. If you liked reading this comic with me and you want to read more comics with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, nerds, stay heroic.